Hello there, world of tankers, and welcome to the channel. I'm your host, Droodles Blitz, and in today's video I'll be playing in a Tier 8 French Collector Heavy, one that you probably even forgot existed, the Sentinelli, a vehicle that I would highly recommend you keep your eyes and ears looking out for, because this is a fantastic tank to pick up, and I'm hoping that Wargaming will make it cheap in the future, because not many people really cared about it. What exactly is so good about this tank, you might be thinking? Well, gun-wise, it's got decent DPM, 2100. It's pretty good for a Tier 8 heavy. Dispersion's great. 0.26 is amazing. However, the on-movement dispersion is awful, and the aiming time at 5 seconds, not good. So it's got a really, really accurate gun. Unfortunately, it does take a bit of time to get that aiming circle aimed in. Magazine reload is 14 seconds, and the reason it's so quick is because this vehicle features an 8-second intraclip. So you have 16 seconds of dumping time to deal your 1050 damage. You might say, well, why would I want this autoloader? I can get a Samwa, which does all the damage in a much shorter time. Well, the advantage this tank has is, first of all, alpha. 350 is a really nice alpha. And it gets better because it also features tungsten, so technically you have 400 alpha when you have that activated. But the really nice thing about this tank is the time it takes to deal the damage. An 8-second reload with 350 means that you will out-reload any other 350 alpha single shot. And there's a lot of them. There's the Kyler. I mean, even tanks that have less alpha, like the Tiger II, the AMX M4, any of those vehicles, the T-32, they're all going to feature around a 9-second reload. So because of that, this tank will not only out-reload vehicles that have a lower alpha or the same alpha, but it will also out-damage them because of the tungsten. So you have this really unique way of balancing the tank. And then you have the actual armor. And it actually is pretty impressive armor to be entirely real. We can see that frontally, the tank's upper plate, 280. And that's against AP. If you're loading premium shells, that's over 340 effective. That's a really strong upper plate. And the turret is no joke either. 276 millimeters of turret armor. If you're running Kali, you can just cut through it with 290. But, I mean, if this thing's using gun depression, that turret's basically 300 thick. I mean, that's crazy levels of effective armor if you actually think about it for a Tier 8 heavy. Tier 7s will not be able to cut through this thing haul down, and even most Tier 8s aren't going to be able to cut through you reliably. It's not even bad at side scraping, as you can see. You can get a pretty aggressive angle, and the whole side is going to get bounces. So it's got pretty reliable armor. It's got a hard-hitting gun. It's an autoloader, and it has tungsten. It kind of checks every single box. It even has 7 degrees of gun depression, making it somewhat flexible on a ridgeline. So I can't really sit here and say there's anything bad about the vehicle. Now, it's not the fastest, I will say that. Its top speed is It's not bad, but it's definitely nothing crazy. The enemy T-49, and you can see the aiming time I was talking about. There's that on-movement dispersion. It blooms like a mofo. And I'm not really sure why Wargaming decided to make it bloom so much. I guess they wanted some sort of counter to the higher alpha the vehicle features, but it's fine. Still get a nice shell out. Oh, that T-49 is still making a very aggressive play. All right, well, that's fine. We'll aim it on the T-49. Get a nice tracking shell. That player's knocked out of the game. Not really worried about the Sherman EZ8. We are going to ignore all of that and head over to the heavies. This is a weird game that's unfolding. I was kind of clicked off game for the first couple seconds, but we're going to move up. Oh, LTTB's crossing right in front of us, and we're going to activate our tungsten. Boom. 401 chunk into that LTTB. Now, it doesn't look like we're going to be able to get another... I could have gotten another shot because he stopped, but alright, interesting. Either way, nice chunk of health off that player, and now what we're going to do is we're going to start moving up the heavy hill. Is that Sherman EZ8 going to back up into the open? It's possible. It looks like they might, actually. Let's chill right here. Let's aim it on the side of their turret. Boom. As I said, as long as you let this tank fully aim in, the gun is very nice on its accuracy, and you won't have to worry about missing too many shots. Now, if you don't let it fully aim in, sure, expect a lot of shots to go haywire, but it's really not that big of a deal. We're going to chill here. We got to wait a little bit longer for my shells to come back. 6 more seconds, and that's what's really nice about having a fast reload on your clip, is that you do get those shells back so incredibly fast. So we got the 112 too. There you go. Easy clearance of that player. It'll be the enemy T-32 right in front of us, which we can get a shell into in just a moment. Aiming, aiming. There you go. Nice 360. This is exactly what I was talking about when it comes to that reload. Well, maybe not, because he's dead. But I was going to say we should out-reload that T-32 and not even worry about him shooting me back. So now we head all the way back to the other side of the map. Now, the Sentinelli reaches a top speed of 34, which isn't the best, but to make up for that, it does have good power to weight. So, it's pretty good in that regard. I never know if it's the Sentinelli or the Sentinel. I think it's the Sentinel, but I don't know. Either way, somebody will get mad that's French. You're butchering my amazing language, baguette. Either way, let's move up. We have 2 tanks, and I'm hoping that we can get some damage into them. There's the SU, aiming, bonk, 396, we light them on fire, that's 550 damage. Reloading again, and we can get another 400 damage shell. I don't really care about the ISU, especially because that player doesn't really pose a threat to me. 3, a 2, a 1, bye-bye. Just like that, we clear that player right out of the game, giving ourselves a 3,000 damage victory, and really not that much effort needed. Such a good game, and a brief example of this tank's moment when it shines. And honestly, we probably could have done a decent amount more if I had been able to drive a bit earlier into the front line. The reason I think that this is also a super solid pickup is because I don't think Wargaming is going to charge too much for it in the future. The first time it was sold, it was in crates. And what a shocker. Every new tank is sold in crates. But the thing about this tank is that nobody really made a big deal about it. It got released, I said it was pretty good, and then everybody moved on with their day. This is one of those tanks that most people will forget. And Wargaming will probably think, oh, well, not many people are caring about this vehicle, if not that many people gambled for it, then, you know, we'll just sell it as one of our normal gold tanks. We'll start it off at 12,500 gold, and then over time it'll go down to like 7,000. And when it does, this is a fantastic deal. I mean, I say that this tank is easily worth around 7 to 10,000 gold in that ballpark, depending on if it comes equipped, whatever. So here we are on Yamato Harbor, and we'll see what we can do. Up against us, we have a 53 TP, M3 Yo, TS60, and a Gravedigger. So basically 4 heavies. And I count the TS60 as a heavy, yes. Just because it's got a tank destroyer name, it does not mean it plays like a tank destroyer by nature. So, this game, we are... Actually took a while. 7-second battle start, and we waited for a while for our teammates to get in. It's probably because there's an AFK or something. Well, we'll see. Either way, let's move over here, and hopefully we will get some good shots into the enemy heavies when they cross, or whatever they do. And here we go, a little bit further. Now, as I mentioned, the gun, not accurate on move. You do need to wait for that aiming circle to go in. But once you do, look at that, 430 damage shot. Reloading, 3, 2, 1, put on our tungsten, boom, 392 shot into that player, get another bounce, and, you know what, I'm just going to take another blind shot right there. Okay, well, they did back up, but that's fine. We back up too, we reload our clip. Oh, what the heck is going on over here, brother? Brother, come over here. I'd like to have a word with you. Would you like some extended warranty insurance? Well, bonk. Nice tracking shell right into the lower plate of the Gravedigger, and we reload. They're going to back up in a panic, and we're going to reload again. 3, a 2, a 1. There you go. Nice. We do get shot for 220 in return, but there's only so many shells that player has, and if we just move up a little bit more, we can get another one of ourselves in. Boom, 360. Just like that, we just took 1,050 off that Gravedigger, and once again, 8 more seconds, we have our clip back. I mean, think about how fast we're getting our shells back. It's kind of wild. So, let's head over here. The M3O, 53 TP, all these enemy players are shooting, and that gives me the opportunity to move over here and potentially get some damage into this player, or the enemy Yo. We outtrade the Yo because we have more alpha damage. We wait and cover a little bit longer. 3, 2, 1. There you go. Yo shoots. Aim in another shell of our own. 370 damage. Reload again. A little bit longer. We have the 53 right here. And... oh. There's that unfortunate on-movement dispersion again. I keep mentioning it, right? And it is something you have to keep in mind when you drive this. Because if you're expecting to be able to snap your shots, you're not gonna. Like... You're definitely not going to be able to. But thankfully, again, that tungsten really makes up for it. If you get this gun aimed in, it's just going to chunk. Alright, let's reload. 3, 2, 1. I'm not going to go for the hatch. I'm just going to poke. Because the Yo's on reload now. And we still have a super easy clear on him. There's a nice 406. And then if we reload a teeny bit longer, we'll take the Yo right out of the game. 3, 2, 1. There you go. Yo's gone. Now we can move up again. We've already had a really good game, 3,500 damage. We haven't really put too much effort in. Question is, will that T-49 kill the ISU? And I don't know. It's going to be a tricky one. Well, he does not kill the ISU, but we do get a nice shot into the T-49. We have the TS-60 right in front of us. 3, a 2, a 1. There you go. Nice 324. And in a couple more seconds, we'll have one more shell for this player. They will out-reload. Oh, well, they bounce, but they still out-reload me because that thing is really nasty DPM. But we back into cover. Just like that, we had one of the easiest farms ever. Obviously, the enemy players were awful. I mean, there's probably going to be people accusing me of having paid actors on the enemy team. But that's what happens when you play early in the morning. What I can say is this tank farmed like crazy. 4,780 damage, we aced it, and we probably earned a boatload of credits in return. Indeed we did, at 200,000. I really like this tank, and it shows. I've had pretty good stats in it. 7 games, 3,500 average in those games. This thing is a beast. It's got armor, it's got decent mobility, a really nice gun, the alpha damage feels great, it's got super good pen values as we can see. This is a tank that I would recommend for people to get their hands on. And whether you agree or disagree, let me know in the comments. But either way, hopefully you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye!